what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, all right. All right, come on in, come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. We got a great show tonight. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in. Great show tonight. Come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, people. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Move my other chair over. Move him over. All right. All right. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Get comfortable. It's going to be a nice ride. Yeah. Ugh. Long ride. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. I'm live, uncut, and unedited. Come on in. 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 Come on in, people. Y'all already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. Come on in, people. Come on in. We're good tonight. Great show tonight. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. I love being black. Ready for you guys to come on in. We got a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about how the family didn't want the mayor to attend, but the mayor came anyway. I believe he did the right thing. I believe he did the right thing to go anyway. Come on in, people. Come on in, live, uncut. We're just waiting on more people to come in. We get some shout outs. Come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live. All right, uncut, come on in, people. Come on in. We just wait. Tell the truth. A few more people come in. Shame the devil. Woo. I love being black. It's gonna be a lot going on tonight. A lot going on tonight. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're trying to get a few people to come in, at least 5 more minutes or so before they come in and live, uncut, unedited. This is real, people. This is real. We're not playing no games. This is real. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, y'all already know what it is. People calling in. Call lines are open. Let me put the call number up there so you guys can call in. Put both of the numbers up there. All right, come on in, come on in.
Marcus.
All right, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings.
Has joined.
Peace and blessings. Come on in. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Call in number. We're looking for more callers to call in. We got a great topic tonight. What do y'all think about the mayor not asked to come to the funeral? Not being well, ask him not to ask him not to come to the funeral today. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. We here early tonight. Call in number 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299-0808. 0808. All right. Come on in. We want you guys to share the video. I need you guys to call in. It's going down.
You already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
Uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the
Devil.
I love being
black. I love being black. All right. Come on in, people. We need y'all input tonight. Actually, what's going on? This is Chicago. Chicago, what's going on? What's going on with our city? A city that's divided. The Bible said the house that divided against itself would not stand. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. This is crazy. Come on in. Come on in.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil. Tell
the
truth.
What?
Tell the truth. And shame the devil.
I love being
black.
Mm-hmm. Come on in. Come on in. All right, come on in. Come on in. All right, I need you guys share it on your Facebook. Tag somebody. Tag somebody. Let me pin it to the page. Tag somebody. Let me see. Tag somebody. All right, we got to tag somebody because we're live, uncut, and unedited. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How many shares I got? I only got 3 shares, 45 people on one page. Come on now, people, share and like this page. I need you guys to do that. Share. Come on, share this page. Share the page. Live, uncut, unedited. Mm-hmm. Come on in. We're live. I love being black. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Is that you on here, Marcus?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna have a great show tonight, Marcus. I promise you it's a great show tonight. As usual, as always. As always. We always have a great show. I don't care if we just have open mic night or open discussion. We always have a great show. Okay. Sometimes we get off the subject, but that's cool. All right. I want to give a shout out to my YouTube family for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you guys for tuning on in. All right. All right. We want to talk about this funeral day, people. This is terrible. Very terrible, people. All right, y'all getting warmed up. We're trying to wait till all them notifications get out. You know, sometimes they don't put the notifications out in time. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on some folks so we don't have to repeat ourselves. Mm-hmm. Yep. Share this video, and I'd be happy for you guys to share the video. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, well, Marcus, we here, man. Let's get started, man. We're not going to wait for those not here.
All right.
They just got to tune on in. Go ahead, Marcus. Start us off.
Well, you know, it's a shame at what the family of the slain officer did. I think it's an act of cowardness and a form of racism. What they did by not inviting the mayor to the funeral. As you know, the police department turned its back on Lori Lightfoot when she went to visit Ella French at the hospital.
I remember
And
that.
these families are showing a sign of racism. And a lot of them are racist. They've never been around black people. They got this mindset that black people are animals and tear up their neighborhoods. And then they don't tend to understand what caused issues in black neighborhoods. It goes back to white supremacy. The police department they didn't like Harold Washington. So they don't seem to like any of our black mayors or black political officials. They have to tolerate them because they're the people that's in charge that pays them, right? But they don't like them. And so they do little sneaky things. And this is a form of racism. This purely shows that our city is racially divided. Even though we want to pretend like it's diversity and all of that, but even with the Hispanics, some Hispanics do not like blacks and they'll go against black people. We always include them in our conversation when we're asking for things that this government owes us, when we should be just including ourselves. Because they don't seem to care. I mean, the police department has shown an act of cowardness. This is the man that's in office. They didn't do this to Mayor Daley. And Mayor Daley at one time wanted to privatize police department. They didn't do this with him, but they do it with the black politicians because they don't like the fact that the black mayors are not having it with their agenda of beating up and brutalizing black people in black communities.
Okay. Let's read some of these comments, man. In there. Somebody said he lost all respect. His name is just Brandon to me. And now Officer Lewis' mother is fed up with all the crime going on in Chicago and nothing is being done about it. And why they can't find Xavier and give her a little closure. Brandon don't know how. Okay, let me see her go down. Brandon don't know how she feels to lose a son. She's mad at the city. Okay.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brandon didn't make those laws. He should be mad at Governor Pritzker and the representatives that meet on the House floor that approve certain laws. Brandon Johnson did not make those laws. He's mad at the wrong person.
Preach.
He just inherited their mess. Whoever's in that seat. But I guarantee you, if it was a white man, if Paul Vallis was in that seat, Paul Vallis would have been invited to that funeral. He would not be blamed for the crime that's going on in this city. Those laws were already in place.
Tell him, Marcus.
They can fool people like us if we don't know.
Tell him, Marcus. Well, let me just say something. Now, a lot of you guys know that I was a public supporter of Brandon Johnson. Okay, but lately I'm mad at him. You know how it is. But I want to, in Brandon Johnson's defense, I want to share something with you guys. This is what I want to share with you guys. Okay. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Hopefully everybody can see it. Put it up on the screen. Now, it says, this is just, I'm going to read it. City of Chicago Police Union reached agreement on new contract that would increase officer pay. This is Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. So that's what, 5 months ago? 5 months ago. All right. Now, let's read what it says in the thing. It says Chicago, WLS, the city, Mayor Brandon Johnson, and the Chicago Police Union have come to an agreement on a new contract. Now, if approved by the city council, it would extend until the end of June of 2027. Okay? Now, y'all follow me? The Chicago, now listen. Now, let's go into this little box right here. The Better Government Association says the mayor's Chicago police officer pay raise plan doubles what was agreed to under the Lightfoot administration. It doubled. So Mayor Brandon Johnson gave them what they asked for. Now, It also includes one-time bonus for all police officers that would be distributed in the first quarter of 2024. With this agreement in place, our administration can now direct our full focus on implementing accountability measures within the Chicago Police Department, supporting officers, and a robust community safety agenda, Johnson said in a statement in part. So, Marcus, right here is proof that he gave the police what they wanted. So they can't come, listen, they can't say he defunded the police. They can't say that. He gave them what they wanted. Now, it says the Better Government Association says the mayor's Chicago police office pay raise plan double what was agreed to under the Lori Lightfoot administration. It doubled. So don't come on here talking about Mayor Brandon don't support Chicago police. He gave them what they asked for. And matter of fact, I'm going to piggyback off what Marcus said. Johnson did not write these laws that's in play. He didn't do it. Don't blame the black man, because the black man didn't write these laws at all. Everybody knows that the black man don't run to the city of Chicago. He's just a face of it. Anybody know that, and I'll say it publicly. And that's why I want to put that out there. Hold on, Marcus. We got a couple more calls. 8037. What you got to say about this? 8037.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the reason Brandon Johnson wasn't invited to the funeral or whatever, because the officer's mamas probably still don't think that he supports police.
Well, listen, brother, listen. Let me just say this. Brandon Johnson is the mayor of the city of Chicago, whether we like it or not. Well, the face of the city of Chicago, let me say that. And regardless of what, Brandon Johnson didn't shoot the fallen officer. He didn't shoot the fallen officer. So what we're not going to do, we're not going to blame Mayor Johnson for all this crime out here. Under every administration of a mayor, they had crime. No one mayor have ever stopped crime in the city of Chicago. White, black, Hispanic, whatever he or she was. Never. You're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop crime. Period. Not going to do it. Now, Brandon Johnson have given the police union what they asked for, double what they was asking for under the Lori Lightfoot administration. Now, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for the family or someone persuade the family not to tell the mayor to show up. But he did anyway. He came early. This is his city. He's the mayor of the city. And Mayor Brandon is going to take the blame for any bad thing to go on in the city. Rightfully so. It's just like a plane. If a plane fall out of the sky from American Airlines, they're not going to blame the pilot or the flight attendants. They're going to blame the company. They're going to go after the company. And the same way with Chicago. When things are not running the way people would love them to run, they're going to go after the mayor. They're going to blame the mayor. Just like they blame Kim Foxx and say Kim Foxx letting people out of jail. First of all, Kim Foxx didn't write these laws. These laws was written by white men. Don't let people fool
Marcus,
you.
If I can say something.
Go ahead, Marcus.
You know, a lot of the white people hate Kim Foxx because of her color and because she did go in there and get people who were wrongfully locked up, sitting in jail, waiting on trial for a traffic violation, up out of there, wasting up space that could be space for a hardcore criminal. And so the police department is mad with her because she's not going in there just throwing black young men under the bus, which most of the other prosecutors will.
Mm-mm. All right, let's go to the next caller. 9433.
Mark, I wanted to say both families is hurt at the end of the day. Both families is hurt, and you can't point the finger at the mayor. Maybe if these mothers would do they job as a parent, so uh, both families is still losing. And one thing, we all got to take that dirt now. So don't point the finger. Don't point the finger at the mayor.
Okay,
He's
let,
doing what he got to do.
you're right. Hold on. Let me say this. First of all, the mayor is the boss of the city of Chicago. So you telling me if an employee die from the city and you don't want his boss to come to his funeral, ain't that something? But you want the full benefits that the city has to offer. In reality, he really didn't get killed on duty. He was off duty when he got killed. To be real honest, go ahead, 9433. Go ahead.
I said, you are correct. You are correct. He was on his way home. So, under every mirror, it does be crime. It's crime out here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'm not going to point the finger at the mayor.
Yeah. Let me say this.
I'm
The
not
mayor,
going to do
the
it.
mayor did not go to the funeral, but he did show up before the funeral got started. So he did. Let me just say that. So those of you that
So,
didn't read or don't know or just assuming something, he did show up at the thing. Well, you say, well, how you know that, Martin? I'm gonna prove that to you too. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Okay. Go ahead,
So-
9433. Go ahead.
okay, so he did come and show his concern, and he gave his condolences. So he did what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Helen, go ahead.
Hey, Martin. Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
hey, what's going on?
Yeah. So I was watching the family interview.
I seen a little bit of it. I didn't get a
It
chance to
was
watch all of it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so it was something that the sister said. And she said that we shouldn't be comfortable with hearing gunshots and not calling the police. So I was wondering, I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if the people in that neighborhood heard gunshots and they didn't call the police, because I have to say that I have done that myself, and that the only way police was alerted was from the spot shooter. And then I went back and now to the day you was playing the tapes or the calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we heard those different addresses, but the addresses was on 55th and Kedzie. So what those shots was, that was the spot shooter picking up gunshots in that area. And after watching the interview, I want to say this, and that is that I don't think that it was, and I could be wrong, I don't think that it was a shot. We know that the mayor is going to take the blame for everything. I don't think that the family not inviting him or Prissa is simply because they didn't want to politicize that the sons or their loved ones' funeral. Also, the brother said something. He said people just make promises, and all of the promises are broken. So I don't think that it was a shot against him. I truly believe that it was after listening to the interview of the family, they didn't want to politicize the funeral. You know, we've seen that in the past.
Helen,
We've seen the
Helen,
politicians.
but that's the culture
Yeah.
of it. I mean, if a city official die, a fallen officer gets shot and killed, I mean, a politician's going to come. This is a political place.
Absolutely.
I mean, we see it. They give them a Catholic funeral, most of them. We see it. So I'm not buying that, Helen. I'm not buying that. I'm just period. I'm not buying that. We see it. Listen, it probably would have been a more politician to show up there, but they didn't. You know, Chicago is a political city. It's very political. I mean, you got to know somebody here in the city of Chicago. Actually, Mayor Brandon is political, but he's the mayor and he's the boss of the city. So you don't want the boss of the city of your, of your city don't want to come if you want to come. I mean, that's just my thought, Helen. Go ahead. That's just me. I'm sorry.
No, I do. I get it. Just like you said, okay, we had Cook County Clerk that just passed. I forget her name. And I don't know if she's had her funeral yet, but we know, that Chicago, the county, and the state are political in everything that happens. Our life, every day we wake up, is about politics. We may not think it is, but it is. It's about politics. But it don't work, Martin. It don't work. Whatever capital they give to whatever organizations that's supposed to hit the streets, it never do. That is political. A lot of their friends have these contracts. Why? It's because they're politically connected. But there are some things that they're supposed to do with that grant money, and it never gets done. It's eaten up in quote unquote administrative costs. So whatever monies or fundings that's supposed to hit the street, it don't. And that may be, I mean, I understand that they don't want to politicize the funeral. Broken promises. We live through politically broken promises every day in our community. Because when it's time to run for office, politicians, they put up those pictures as if they've been in the neighborhood for the whole duration of their political career. But we know that that's a lie. We know they come around Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day. Let me ask you this. Have a Black politician ever put on big events for Father's Day the way they do for Mother's Day?
Not that I know of.
You see what I'm saying?
So, I mean, what do politicians mean? They mean liar. They make promises. Come on now. I mean,
absolutely.
That's what they do. That's what politicians do. They lie. So.
And so, Martin, this family is standing up against that. So I can't be, angry or mad or displeased with their decision, not to allow Brandon Johnson or Pritzker at the officer's funeral. I'm sorry, I don't know the name. I believe his last name is Lewis.
First name is Louis,
I believe. Yeah. So I understand that. And everything we just spoke about, they are standing up against that. The brother said they do nothing for the community. Nothing. So it wasn't, when they spoke, it wasn't just about them and their family. They spoke about the communities in this city that's not getting help. So, those are my thoughts on that.
No problem. All right, we'll go to the next caller. I think Reb hung up. 9743. Go ahead, 9743.
Hey, Martin, it's me, Dr. K.
Hey, Dr. K. I didn't even recognize the number.
Hey.
Go ahead.
look at all good, Dad. I said, look at that gray suit on. You better get somewhere and sit down, Martin.
Look, ain't God good? And he all right. That and that's a throwback
He
suit.
good. He good.
Hey, that's a throwback Dunhill
See?
suit. Throwback. Nice suit. Go ahead.
You know how to keep the clothes together.
That's it. Hey,
You know,
go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
really, I can't blame them. I mean, that's just like, and I want to make this point so people can understand. It's like you having to lose a loved one at the funeral. You know, you have a funeral at a church, but the pastor feels he's entitled when he hasn't done anything for the people. Every family has a right to determine who to come to the funeral. And a lot of people are going to say, well, because he's the mayor, whoever could be the mayor. I don't care for some of the things I've been seeing. And even what the lady was talking about, J.B. Pritzker. J.B. Pritzker always has something that makes my head hurt. It makes my ears bleed. Because you're not for the community. You're not listening. You're not understanding. So I watched the funeral today at work. I did. I watched it. And I sat there and I said, okay, where are all of the political big heads?
A lot of them didn't come.
You don't really, and I'm not saying.
Hold on. I
Right,
heard,
they didn't.
let me say this.
Listen.
I heard that the reason why a lot of them didn't come because the mayor was not invited. That's why they didn't come.
Well, the article said, I'm going according to the article. The article said the family didn't want him to come. The article said. And they have that right. They have that right. They have that choice. So when you're talking about politics, and, you know, I worked with Madigan and I worked with Philip Rock back in the 80s. And I learned the game. I learned how everything goes. But this is the thing. I'm tired of the politicians, no matter who they are. It's not Brandon Johnson alone. All of them have lied. Every time you lie, and like the lady said, everybody comes around when it's time for the election. You know doggone well you ain't been to nobody's neighborhood. You have not reached out to the people. You have not made any type of anything. The one alderman will tell you that I told him to his face, and that was Willie Cochran. I told him, I don't like you. And it wasn't him. It's the ethics that he was doing to Woodlawn that I could not stand. We already got out of a big mess with the FBI mold, picking on Arenda Troutman, and then turned around and we got another. So when the community comes together, and I mean seriously, Martin, really come together, and Martin, you've always said this profoundly, hold them accountable. Don't show up at a funeral. Come to everything. Tax meeting, the area committee meeting. Learn the people in the community. I mean, Mr. Rogers put it out there. Who's the most important person in your neighborhood? You need to learn. But it's too much about money and titles. They worse than people in the church that's running for position.
Well, let me just ask you a question.
Want to be seen.
I want to ask you a question. And the family does have a right. But because the mayor show up to a funeral, that don't mean he coming being political. He's the mayor, period. I mean, that's his title. That's just like a police officer come to the funeral. That don't mean he's showing up as a police officer. That's just who he is. You know, he's a patrolman.
That's the position he holds.
Right. So
office.
That's just me thinking.
But the family,
they have a right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
They have a right. I mean,
is entitled.
Yeah.
You know, to say, hey, and they can say in a heartbeat, we don't want to have no funeral. We'll have the family only. They can shut it down. Families can shut it down.
They can.
But I understand. He's the mayor of the city of Chicago. Yes, he governs the city. He governs all the departments, all the entities. We understand that. That's not even a debate. But the fact of the matter is, however and whatever this family is feeling, they are entitled. He might not have been there to pull the trigger. He might not have been there the night that this young man was killed. He's the same age one of my kids. but it's the fact of what they feel about. And that's the whole thing about it. You can't bully nobody into doing anything that they feel. It's our constitutional right. Remember, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press. So the family is entitled. And a lot of people, Martin, are going to say, well, they're out of line, they're out of order. Oh, no, they're not, because are you paying for it? You know what I mean? Are you paying for it? I mean, seriously. You know, it's just how they feel. And whatever their feelings are during this time, you know, of mourning, the city has lost a life. This world has lost a soul. That's the most, regardless of what nationality it is, a soul is lost and cannot come back again. And so the family has the right to entitlement of what they don't want. I mean, you know, let's be real.
mean, but the family
Martin,
can't. Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, the family just can't say it's political because the mayor show up. He can't support the officers. He have already proven that they got a big lucrative contract, pay raise, regardless if it started under Lori Light administration. But they got it. They got what they wanted.
But
so,
look,
yeah.
Martin, let me throw this at you. Now, let me ask you something. Have anybody asked the family what their view of the political party is? They're the ones you have to ask what their view is.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, you know, this is a funeral. This is a fallen officer that
right. He lost her son.
Yeah, you know, it's just
they don't care about no political party right now. Dr. Davis is back. She don't care about no political party. And first of all, she ain't paid for no funeral. The city paid for the funeral. I pay for the funeral. All of us pay for the funeral that pay taxes in the city. They don't pay for no funeral for Chicago police officers. We pay for it.
Wait a minute. Okay, I don't want nobody. This Martin, not tonight. What I said was the family is entitled to what they believe. Are we going to kill them on their own thoughts? Are we going to hate them because of what they feel? It's what they feel. And anybody don't agree with that ethics, you go to them and you tell them yourself. You tell them, you check them.
But he still went there.
So the thing about it is that he's gone now. Nobody can do nothing about it.
But he still went there.
At the end of the day,
the mayor still went to the mayor still went there. Period. He still went there.
I didn't see him stand up on the podium.
He still went there.
Well, hold on. Let me read the article. Hold on, guys. Let me read the article. I watched it. Okay. The family of the fallen CPD.
I was watching it as well.
Oh, hold on, people. The family. This is an article from Channel 7. You can pull it up. The family of a fallen CPD officer, Lewis, I think Husku, I don't kind of pronounce his name, asked Mayor Brandon Johnson not to attend his funeral. All right, let's go on and read. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson was among those expressing condolence to the family of the fallen Chicago police officer, Lewis, on Monday. Okay, today is Monday. But the mayor did not attend the funeral after learning that the officer grief-stricken mother said he was not welcome. This decision by the family caused a bit of a political stir. On Sunday night, the mayor in his public schedule said he would be attending the funeral despite being told earlier in the evening by two public officials, including the Illinois Comptroller, Susanna Mendoza, that the family did not want him there. On Monday morning, the mayor relented and stayed away. Okay, retired police officers of others said that they can't remember a time when a family of a police officer told the Chicago mayor he or she was not welcome at the funeral. It's a powerful message. They basically saying that they do not want the most powerful, most prominent, and most important member of the city, the mayor of the city of Chicago, to participate in a very important event, said ABC political analyst Laura Washington. It says that the appetite right now of a political movement against the police is noticed by citizens. Yeah, man, somebody called me. I'm sorry about that. Notice All right, hold
Okay.
on. Let me get this.
Just take your time.
All
Take
right.
your time. You're
It's
okay.
all right. I'm trying to get the phone. Okay. But let me just go down to the next line anyway. The mayor change of heart and schedule came only about an hour before Lewis' funeral was set up to begin. So he did come. He came only about an hour before. He did.
I saw it on TV.
It said
Mm-hmm.
that I just wanted to read this proof that he did go. He didn't attend the funeral, but he came before the funeral got started.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Then he left. I didn't see him say any words. Did he leave?
No,
He
it's
came
no,
into the
no,
booth.
no. Hold
We
on.
the one pay the
I asked
taxes
the
in this
question.
city.
Okay.
Ms. Davis
Hold,
do not do that.
hold
I
on.
am asking a
Hold
question.
it. Let's go. The mayor.
I asked a question.
Let's read what it says. Let's go with the mayor change of heart and schedule came only about an hour before Lewis' funeral was set to begin. It shows the tone deafness, and it also shows a lack of respect, Washington said. The mayor, without addressing the controversy, said in a statement, as a mayor, I vow to continue supporting our police and first responders, uniting our city and remaining committed to working with everyone towards building a better, stronger, safer Chicago. My heart is with the family today. The last time hold on.
There you go.
Okay. The last time anything close to this happened was in 2021 when officers turned their back on Mayor Lightfoot when she visited the family of the wounded officer Carlos Yanzi at the hospital despite being asked to stay away. On Monday, a number of other elected officials attended his funeral. Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling chose to focus on his fallen officer and not the controversy. He said, I'm not going to get into politics or anything surrounding this funeral. I am not going to take away from the real focus here. And the real focus is that of Officer Lewis and his family. Snelling said last week, Officer Lewis' family also had informed that the governor team that they did not want him to attend the funeral as well. So the governor said today that a lot of times family do not want the complications that come from political figures attending funerals, and he always does what the family requests. Okay. So we know, I don't know.
What did he do wrong today? What did he do wrong today? That's the question. What did he do wrong?
My comment was earlier, Martin.
Okay.
Is that family has a right to feel the way that they want to feel.
That's correct. Okay, Helen, go ahead.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead, Helen.
Come on, Miss Helen.
I think
Helen.
Brandon.
Hi, Helen.
Hey, everybody. Hi. I think what Brandon did wrong was he showed up today. If the family requested he not be there, he should not have been there. I understand that Brandon is the mayor of this city. He is the boss of this city. Governor Pritzker is the governor of this city. But he respected the rights of the family to not want any politicians at their loved one's funeral. So for me, Brandon was wrong, and I think that was very disrespectful of him.
I don't think Brandon was wrong. I'm sorry. I have to chime in on this because when the last time you seen the governor at a police officer funeral? I'll sit here and wait.
Well, so let me interject.
Tell me the last time when you seen when the last time, Helen, that you seen a governor at a funeral?
As I said today at this funeral, the family stated, named the governor and the mayor, named them by name, and said they did not want them at the funeral. And for me, just for me, I don't see where the argument is, because the family's wishes was that they did not want Pritzker or Mayor Brandon Johnson there. And you asked the question, what did he do wrong? He showed up against the family's wishes. So I know you don't agree with that, but I don't even see the argument.
No, I didn't say I don't agree with it. No, ma'am. I didn't say I didn't agree with it. You know, I'm paying these taxes in this city, just like everybody else in the city. Okay? And I pay big taxes in this city. I'm not saying that I disagree with you. If they asked him not to go, he shouldn't have went. That's on him. Okay? That's his business. That's on him. But who paid for that funeral? I bet you didn't. I didn't. The whole city did.
The funeral.
If he wanted to go, that's on him. That's on him.
The funeral was paid for by officers.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I dated officers. No, ma'am.
Family.
It's not for by the city.
Who you think
paid for by the city? Family is not paying for that.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
But if
I
he
can't.
was not on duty, was he on duty? Was he on duty?
No, he wasn't on duty.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if he was on duty or not. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
I see fundraisers for the for the officer's funeral. Do you know that when an officer is killed on duty, I forget what the name of this organization is, but they go straight to the family that same day and drop off $100,000. That's when he's killed on duty. So that officer was not killed on duty.
Said on here.
The city did not have an obligation to pay for that.
It was paid by the taxpayers, and I see nothing wrong with Johnson attending the services. That's what Al Herbert said. I believe he just said that.
But
now, I'm not saying he should have went there or shouldn't have went there. No, but you know everything, Miss Helen. So I'm gonna shut my mouth.
No.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
But I'm just saying. I asked
welcome back. I'm back.
Question. Good. I'm going on mute.
Okay, we got okay. All right. Well, I just say what he actually they said he didn't attend the funeral. He said he showed up an hour before the funeral. So, but it is what it is. I guess the family didn't want him in that period. Family do have that right. They do have that right, but. I don't know. You know, Brandon Johnson didn't shoot the fallen officer. I know that. So I'll say
Martin,
that.
I think that.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I think that showing up even an hour sent a strong statement because had he not showed up at all, I mean, we got to get this. A lot of these people don't like this black leadership in this city and state, whether we as black people like them or not. A lot of other people don't like them. Because they're in power, right? So I think by him showing up an hour cleared his name so that the media wouldn't go back and say Brandon Johnson didn't show up at the funeral and make it look like he just didn't show up and he was being hateful and against the police department. He showed his support for the police department. Even though the family did not want him there, he showed that he's the type of mayor that, hey, I support you guys who wear that badge. I'm supportive of you. I'm showing up to show my condolences. No one wants this. No one is celebrating the death of a dead police officer. We're all angry at the fact that what's going on in this city,
Marcus.
That police officers can't even work and drive their cars and go home and get safe. But we need to be blaming those people down there in Springfield who sit there and is not making the right laws to get these people locked up. And then again, we are dealing with a spiritual situation here too. As long as you got a devil
judges. Come on, Marcus.
That causes evil, you will always have crime. That's why we're waiting on God to come back and straighten this out because man done messed it up. Ain't no politician on this earth qualified to stop crime. The governor can't stop it. You got corruption in Springfield itself. The ones who make the laws are corrupt.
Yep.
So the death of that officer is on their hands.
You're right, Marcus. You are right. Don't see, Helen, this is what I want you to understand. Don't nobody give a damn about that dude that's wearing a mohawk. What man have you known wear a mohawk?
Hold on.
Walking around, my daughter's laughing. My daughter's laughing. My daughter, hold on. My daughter's 11 years old laughing. Hold on, you all. No, doesn't nobody care about him. He just came, he went to show and leave. Back.
Dr. D, let me interrupt you. I understand totally. There's no misunderstanding about what we're talking about. Now, you can make a statement, but I definitely understand. Now, you can make a statement and I'll listen. Just like earlier when you said, I know everything. I listen. But I understand fully the conversation. Just in case you didn't know, I'm going on mute.
Okay. All right, ladies.
You know what? Let me say this, Martin. Let me say this, please. My grandmother, if she would have been living, she died in 2016. She was 95 years old, going on 96. That woman was very smart. She said, when you get too old to learn, you're in trouble. And I am not too old for my britches to learn something new. I didn't say that it's right or wrong for Brandon Johnson to go there. If he went there early, if he went there late, to his respect and leave out. Now, God bless him. He doesn't have enough experience to be the mayor, in my opinion.
But see, let me go back and say this.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
To the other
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
You need to
I'm not finished. Oh,
the way
Lord
you came
Jesus
in
Christ.
and you responded. That's right. That's right. Because now I need for you to understand something. The way you came in on the call. That's you see what I'm saying? See, that's where the misunderstanding came in at. Your tone.
There's no misunderstanding. You just politely cut me off. It's okay to agree to disagree.
Absolutely. Oh, now
okay
you want to
that.
say that now. You want to say that now. But when you came in, the way you came at the other caller, that now apologize for that. Because that was disrespectful.
I'm not apologizing for anything because it is what it is. Brandon Johnson did what he wanted to do. He did what he wanted to do.
Talking about Brandon Johnson.
You can't control that man.
Talking about the way you came into the call. That's the issue. You need to understand the way you came into the call.
My son didn't die. My son didn't die.
We passed
today,
that.
Helen.
We passed the way you came.
No, we not. No, we not. I didn't bury my son today. I don't have Brandon Johnson going to my son's funeral. They're talking about
you
that.
Can
stick to the point.
Whatever it is that
stick to the point.
So yeah, I am gonna stick to the point. The way you came into the call.
But you're not sticking to the point. You get on my last motherfucking nerves.
Way you
get on my nerves, girl. You get on my nerves because you think you know everything. You get on my nerves. You try to talk over everybody. You do that to all of us. And who you think you are, baby girl? Who you think you are?
All right.
You try to talk over everybody.
Okay, people.
I don't have to understand anything, baby girl. I don't have to understand anything, especially you.
All right. Hold it, then, y'all. We can't.
My daughter will be 11 years old laughing at you.
Listen, people. We all not gonna agree with everything. I promise you. We all not agree, but we got to respect each other. We definitely have to do that. We don't want this to be rough on here like that. We got different thoughts, and sometimes, I get it wrong too, people. Sometimes my tone may be wrong or whatever. Hey, we get it wrong. So, but I tell y'all this is an open panel, freedom of speech. Hopefully y'all don't curse and nothing like that. But let's just it's almost, if he didn't show up, he'd have been this terrible person. But he did show up. He didn't show up at the funeral.
So I know, right?
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
He didn't show up.
It's like
But
a catch-22 with him.
It is a
And it's
catch-22.
like, you show up, you don't show up. That's true, Martin.
Right.
He show up, you don't show up, and then he in trouble, he's not in trouble. It's like, damn, what we gonna do? Like, dude, give that man a break. He trying. This is the first time he being a mayor. I'm not against Brandon Johnson. I'm not. I pray for him. God bless him. It's not easy for him. This is the first time him being a mayor. I think Lori Lightfoot is better, but he doesn't know. Oh, God bless him with the little mohawk and stuff. I don't judge him other than that hairstyle he has, but I don't judge him. God bless him. And I ain't trying to be mad at Helen either. I'm not trying to be mad at you. It just is what it is.
Let me just say this. Let me say this.
Man, I feel sorry for his mother.
Yeah, hold on, y'all. Let me just say this. Now, everybody have a point on both sides. Dr. Sanders said that the family does have that right to say who they want to come to the funeral or not. They have that right. They do have that right. But I just know, I'm just saying, never in history have a mayor of the city where a slain officer didn't attend the funeral. And I think that probably, and the excuse was political. You can't help that the mayor is political. He's a mayor. A politician is a politician. Matter of fact, the mother told Suzanne Mendoza to tell Brandon Johnson. She's a politician.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You're right.
And the funeral wasn't private because it came on television.
So it was not.
It wasn't private.
That's right.
Wasn't private, people. Now, I understand both sides. But I'm trying to look at it a little deeper than this. Y'all ain't respecting no black mayor. That's what I'm looking at. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yep.
That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, y'all know that's it. That's all what I see hidden in plain sight.
Who the hell they think they are?
Yeah. How y'all gonna disrespect the mayor, whether you like him or not? That's bogus. That's the mayor. And I guarantee.
I feel like that was disrespect. And let me say this, Martin, can I say this?
Go ahead.
Helen, I'm so sorry if I offend you in any kind of way. I'm not trying to offend you in any kind of way. We are sisters to the end. Look, I'll take you out to dinner. I'm sorry in any kind of way. I'm not that type of person. Martin would tell you, I'm just not that type of person. Don't give a damn about a Brandon Johnson. Trust, believe that. So I do apologize to you, okay? I'm not trying to offend you, okay? I'm not.
Okay.
But you accept it or not, I'm still going to apologize.
I accept your apology.
Mm-hmm.
That was big.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay. All right. So we got another call.
Martin, let me
go ahead, Helen. Go ahead.
Martin, just right before you go, just one other thing. Dr. G, you owe another sister on this call an apology too. I believe her name is Dr. Sanders, and just like I said, and I'm not trying to bring up anything. I'm not holding any or harboring any feelings or whatever. But like I said before, the way you came into the car, the way you snapped off on her, just for giving, she was giving her ideas, her opinion or whatever on the whole situation. So I accept your apology wholeheartedly, but you do owe that sister an apology too. And I'm going on mute.
Okay, Helen, let me say this. I apologize to everyone. First of all, I didn't know that was Dr. Sanders. That's my sister too. I was in a meeting and I came in on the end. Okay, so didn't know that was Dr. Sanders. Dr. Sanders, I apologize to you too if you feel some kind of way too. Okay, Helen, if that make you feel great, I really do apologize. I'm not that type of person. I'm just not. I'm not that type of person. I'm going to say what I say and I'm going to stand on my feet, period. But I do apologize, Dr. Sanders. And Helen, I apologize to you too. And I'm done with it. And I'm going on mute as well.
Okay.
And just one more thing, just to correct you, I feel great every day I wake up.
Okay. All right, we got another caller.
Yeah.
3699. I keep okay, go ahead.
Hey everyone,
Hey.
I'm just tuning in, and so I'm just laid back listening. And when I'm able to pick up where I left off, I'll have something to say. I'm just making my presence known.
Oh, okay. Now I'm just my thing is with this. See, I know the way I'm looking at it from a racist standpoint of view, you know, and just to sugarcoat it, like Dr. Davis said, me personally, I've never seen a mayor, a governor at a Chicago slain officer police funeral. I just have never seen it. Now I'm not saying it never happened. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I've never seen it.
I've covered many of them, and I haven't seen it.
So
I've covered many of them.
So
as a photographer,
to me, it's a form of racism, disrespect of the mayor's position.
Mm-hmm.
You can't call something political when you had another political person to tell the mayor. She's political. And it was other politicians there as well. If the family would have been correct, they could have just said, we don't want no politicians there. Then we would have understood.
No politicians there. Come on, Martin, say it.
I just got to keep it real, people.
Tell the truth. That's right.
Right. You know?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And I want to say this. I hear you and I agree with you, but I want to say this to my fellow Black people. When someone does not want you there, that's the end of it. Let's not cry and whine about our presence not being welcome because it's nothing new. If the officer's mother, for whatever the reason, that she did not want Brandon Johnson there, that's fine. It's not the first time that a Black person has not been welcome in a place. So it is what it is. And we just gonna push past it. We're just gonna move forward. Those are her wishes, and I'm glad that he respected it, and that's fine.
No, he went anyway.
It's not an issue.
He would anyway.
No, he did not respect
Go ahead,
that.
Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
He did not respect that.
We cannot respect it. That's racism. That was a police officer that was killed, and it really shows you where some of these police officers are standing, and now you understand why they come into our community and treat us the way they treat us because of the way they're being raised. It only shows to me that family is racist. They didn't support Brandon Johnson.
And they can be that.
As a political, they were being racist. They allowed other political officials to show up, but they disrespected the mayor of the city of Chicago. Come on, man.
And that's fine. And that's fine. He shouldn't have went.
He should have went.
He shouldn't have went.
Well, hold on, y'all. I spoke to his
They would have
sister.
said that he didn't show up and it was disrespect to the Chicago Police Department. That would have been the headline in the white media.
Go ahead on, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
They want to demonize this man. This man ain't been in office a good term. And they're trying to blame all this stuff that's going on in this city on him. Just like they did with Obama. When Obama was president, they pushed everything on him. They want us as Black people to hate this Black mayor. They don't want us voting for our own people. They want to put their people back in office. And guess what? We'll be talking about why the police are shooting down Black kids.
And getting away with it. And getting away with it.
Amen.
Elliot attended the funeral, and he wasn't 100% supportive of the police, but they never told him don't attend the funeral. He showed up.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying.
That's not
for whatever
that's racism. That's a slap in our face.
And guess what?
It is.
I want Black people to stop crying about not being welcome.
My family's from Mississippi, so I'm gonna call it for what it is.
But I want us to stop the whining and crying about not being welcome somewhere.
No, it's not. I don't think
we should not welcome them in our community Suzanne Mendoza never represented black people.
Okay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I just need for us to be,
we need to quit turning down the cheek and call a spade for what it is.
Stop crying because
we're not
crying.
We're just saying that this was a slap in the face.
And if it's racist, then call it what it is, and let's move on.
But this is
she didn't want him there. She didn't want his black self there. Okay, we get it, and that's her choice. And if she can sleep at night knowing that that's what it is, and I'm sorry and condolences to her and her family, but that's her choice. That was her son, and for whatever reason she didn't want him there. I'm good with it because we know that Brandon Johnson didn't pull the trigger. So for whatever the reason is,
but you good with that. You good with that, and that's a slap in Brandon Johnson's face.
Let me just say something. Let me say something to y'all, people. I want to say this, and this is no disrespect. I got to say this. Anytime a young man or young woman get gunned down in the city of Chicago, and say, God forbid, it's one of my children, and I run up there to them, you know what the police gonna do? Push me back. Right now, even though I'm the father, the guardian, now the state takes control, have all control and all rights. We see it all the time.
Throw something out there.
Go ahead.
I worked at Ogden Park. There was a shooting years ago. A young man ran into the park and he fell. His daughter, 9-year-old daughter, ran to aid her father. The white police officer called the 9-year-old daughter a black bee and threw her back in front of us.
Yeah.
Then got at the staff.
I believe it.
Locked all up. We're trying to find out what the heck happened to the park. So, I mean, what they're showing us is that they don't care about. This is a Chicago police officer. That's why I won't let it go. He was a slain Chicago police officer. The family rejecting a black mayor is a slap in the black community's face. It's not, we should care. It's a slap in our face, and it shows you where a lot of these police officers are standing at based on their family.
We've already known that. But we've already known that, though.
But the danger part about that, we haven't done anything to get these white cops out of our neighborhood.
Okay, but it didn't take this to happen for us to know how non-black officers feel about.
But we need to quit playing the good steward and let them come. We let them come in our neighborhood, even when we tell them not to come in our neighborhood. Mayor Daley came into Inglewood when certain people in Inglewood didn't want Mayor Daley to come in there, but he came in there talking about stopping the violence when he was a
Don't let me. Come on, Martin. Don't let us talk about. Don't let Martin and I start talking because you all too young to know. Don't let us start talking about old Mayor Daley.
Yeah.
Mayor Daley's father.
Yeah. I want to say this. I want to say this, people. I want you guys to put down your differences. There's no reason why Brandon Johnson was not invited to this funeral. First of all, he didn't pull the trigger. As Sharice said, he did not pull the trigger.
He did not
pull the trigger at all.
He did not.
But y'all want the benefits of the city, but you don't want the mayor to come there.
Hey, man.
You want the benefits.
They want the good job.
You want the good job, good paying job, but you don't want the mayor there.
Our taxpayers are paying for this.
So I'm saying, people, I'm looking deeper. I know a traditional funeral. This is not a traditional funeral in a sense, if I may say that. So you can't say political because he can come as listen. He can come as Brandon Johnson. He ain't got to come as the mayor. Well, Mayor, you're welcome to come, but we don't want you on the program.
It's public.
It's public. So you can't say you didn't want no political people there because you use a political person to tell Brandon Johnson not to come. And it was other political dignitaries there at that funeral. So you can't say you didn't want the political. So what excuse that would come in your mind? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to get to our people.
First of all, Martin ain't paying this for this. Martin live in the suburbs. The people in Chicago is paying for this. Think about that. That's not right. You don't do the mayor like that.
That's not right.
That's wrong.
That's
That's wrong.
It's wrong. But hey,
That's wrong. Now, come on, y'all. Think about it. That's wrong.
That's listen, look at the position, people.
disrespect.
That's wrong. And listen, and to be real honest with you, he really didn't get killed on duty. But since they did that other young lady, well, she didn't get killed on duty, but they gave her full benefit. So it wasn't fair to give it to her and don't give it to this officer. Can I get a witness?
Yep.
Because both of these people that got killed, they was not on duty. They had the uniform, but they was not on duty. They got killed a similar way. But they gave
the race card.
Hispanic
and she was white.
Yeah, but they gave both of them. They gave both of them full benefits, like they were in line of duty. And I'm cool with that. Now Brandon Johnson can really come down and say, "Hey, he wasn't killed in line of duty, so he don't get full benefits." He can do that. He has the power to do that.
He can do that
because it's in the books, and he didn't write that. He did not. He didn't write that. He didn't write that, people. Now, what if Brandon Johnson decided to say, "Hey, we got it wrong. He was not killed in the line of duty." And he got the power to do it because it's in the law books. Yeah, he got the power to do it.
That's right.
But I don't believe he would do something like that.
The family come out.
I don't think. I don't.
And I talked to his sister. I talked to his sister.
Mark.
You all didn't talk to her. I did.
Helen, go ahead.
That's not fair.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark. So the officer that got killed, he got full benefits.
No. We talking about the young lady that got killed. No, I'm talking about the young lady. The officer that got killed today. I mean, a couple of days ago, he got full benefits.
In the 100.
Yeah.
He got full benefits.
Full benefits. He got. They treated that as him get killed in line of duty, which he wasn't in line of duty, and we know that.
Where that say? Where I'm want to read the article.
Okay.
I saw it.
Okay, that's not an article, but
first of all, he doesn't have any kids.
Hold on.
So his mother is going to get that money.
But hold on, let me just say this. I'm gonna look up the article because I know it's out there because they decided to give.
I'll look at it.
Look at this. Google. Okay, Google. We'll do that. They decided because actually he was not killed in the.
Matter.
Hold on, doctor. Hold on, doc. Hold on, doc.
I don't know.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
Dr. D.
Hold on.
Dr. D, I'm gonna say this.
Oh Lord.
I feel like you being disrespectful.
No, I'm not being disrespectful because Martin knows what he's talking about.
Toward me.
No, I'm not. Martin is being respectful.
Dr. Davis. Dr. Davis, don't fall for this.
No.
Okay. You're right. Okay. Is that Sharice?
There's nothing really that she can fall for. We're talking about the facts. I don't know if you heard the earlier part of the show.
We are talking about the facts.
Dr. Davis.
I'm gonna shut up. You're right, baby. Yes, ma'am.
Please don't.
Okay.
You too much for that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I am. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Well, listen, people. Let me just say this. Now, somewhere in the police thing, if you get killed in the line of duty, you get the full benefits. Now, if you get killed and not on duty, is a little difference. There's a difference. If there's any law enforcement here that can say this, back me up on this, but I'll pull a proof up. I definitely would do that. What I'm saying. What was the young lady, the 21-year-old officer got killed last year? She really wasn't killed online.
Ariana.
Right. She wasn't killed,
Ariana
but they
Preston.
gave her full benefits. She got that. Also, they gave us some fundraisers, and they're doing it for this family, which is the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So I agree with them. Yeah. I'm a fan of people.
I don't think she had any kids, right?
She didn't have no kids,
right?
No kids.
I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah, he doesn't have any either. So
no, listen. First of all, regardless if he had, hold on, but regardless if he had his uniform on or not, his uniform was covered up. It was covered. It was covered. You know, on the clock and off the clock, there's a difference. We know the difference. We know the difference. So
That's
right. We know the difference. So people, we ain't got to fight. Let's just stick with the facts. That's all we have to do. Y'all know what we do. We tell the truth and shame the devil. You know? And I'm just saying, to me, I wasn't looking at this slain officer funeral as an ordinary funeral. I was looking at it as different. It's political. Yes, it is, because a city official that works for the city got killed. You know? But, and I must say, a family member have a right to say who they want at the funeral, who they don't want. They have that right. They definitely have that right. Because you could be married. You could be married, and if the wife say, hey, I want the funeral to be private, immediate family only, the funeral home got to respect that. They got to respect it. All right. All right, people. We got some, did I miss anybody on here? Marcus, anything you got to say?
Well, basically, I just say this. To me, it was a disrespect to this black mayor.
Yep,
I don't care how they try to disguise it, sugarcoat it. It was disrespect, because I've attended many officers' funerals, and a lot of families didn't like Rahm Emanuel. They didn't tell Rahm Emanuel not to show up. He showed up. He shook their hand. He paid respect. And if Mayor Brandon hadn't showed up, the story would have been the mayor disrespects the Chicago Police Department by not showing up. I think he took the advice of the family, but he also recognized that if I don't show my face in view of those police officers that's serving in the line of duty right now, it would be a disrespect to the men and women of the Chicago Police Department. He went beyond the individual family, and he looked at the police department family, because they're looking for every excuse to make any black political official in this city or state look bad amongst black voters and white voters, mainly amongst white voters, because they know that if they can get their white people not to vote for this person won't have a second chance back in office. And we need somebody in City Hall that kind of look like us. I got to say it because Chicago has a history of racism. It's still racially divided. Look at our school system. Look at our neighborhoods. Look at our parks. Honestly, if you live in Chicago in a black neighborhood, do you see any white people living next door to you? Do you see any white kids going to Perkins Bass Elementary School or any of these black high schools? I want to tell you something. We live in a segregated city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. Listen, there's a divide. You guys know that there's a divide. Listen, the same respect they get a white man, they should give to the black man too as well. Period. Respect that position. Whether he's doing a bad job, a good job, or okay job, respect that position. One thing I remember when I was in church, and when you see another pastor, whether you believe in his faith or not, you respect him as a pastor. You have to give him that respect. Whether you see him clear now, whether you see him a jackleg, a bootleg, whatever you want to call, you respect him as being a pastor. You know, so hey, this is a difficult conversation. I know it. I know it is. And I see both sides, I promise you. But also I go a little deeper than both sides. I see racism in plain sight. In plain sight. We have to respect the position of the mayor, and we might not like Brandon Johnson, but we got to respect him as being the mayor. And I know Brandon Johnson ain't running nothing. I hope he listening to me too. You know who running this city. We know who running it. It's the people that you don't see that got the power, not the ones you see.
And your damn taxes.
Yeah.
You pay the taxes.
The billionaire.
I paid my taxes. I pay my taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. So this.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to no one that is hard on us. Now, God bless his mother for losing her son. I did speak to the sister. She don't live here. God bless them. She begged him to leave Chicago, which he did. And I'm going to pray for them. And I'm not saying, but they cannot disrespect our mayor. I pay my taxes here. Mr. Martin, you don't live in Chicago. You pay heavy taxes.
How you know where I live at, Dr. D? Did I tell you where I live at? You putting out where I live at.
None of my business.
Okay.
None of my business.
All right.
None of my business.
All right.
None of my business. So I'm just saying that it's difficult. It's not fair. He was disrespectful to the mayor, regardless of what. That's not right when, they have a funding for the Chicago Police Department, bury and creep. Bury them, cremate them, have a funeral and all that stuff. And I don't want to talk about her heritage, but just saying, but it's like, wait a minute, hold on now. We've been here we was born and raised here now. Hold on. You cannot do that. And that's disrespectful. So I'm with you on that. That's not right. I think it's a little prejudice. I mean, think about it, you guys. Brandon Johnson, he does not convict people. He don't put people in jail. Does not. He does not do that. He only can do so much. I'm not saying I'm a fan of him. I'm not going to say that, Helen. I'm not going to say I'm a fan of Brandon Johnson, but that's just not fair. Don't do that man like that. He might be a one-term mayor, and that's on him. Take a baby girl. And that's that. That's not fair. It's just not fair. I don't like that. I like the Lori Lightfoot. She didn't play that mess.
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is black people.
I think they disrespected him.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to get to see. That's my point, what I'm trying to bring about. Whether he showed up or didn't show up, his position is being disrespected. That's what I'm talking about. And we all know that Brandon Johnson. Yeah, Brandon Johnson did not pull that trigger. See, people, let me just say this. Racism is so deeply embedded in American culture, some of us don't even recognize when we see it. There was no real reason for them to deny Brandon Johnson not to come to the funeral. Really. Which ain't never happened in the history.
I agree.
Ain't never happened in the history. When you want the mayor to come at your son's funeral or your daughter's funeral, if he got slain, killed in the streets, the very streets that he or she served, that officer, that young 30-year officer went out there. Hold on. That 30-year officer went out there every day and risked his life for the whole city of Chicago in these streets. He don't deserve this.
He did.
He don't deserve it.
He does not.
And the highest honor would have been for the mayor to be at his funeral.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go so far as to say that the president should be at the same office funeral.
Yeah.
I swear. Come on, Marcus. Say it.
Because they're out here putting their lives on the line. The president of the United States should be at a slain officer's funeral. They're out here putting their lives on the line. They're doing more protection for this country than the military is. Mm-hmm. I'll go so far as to say that. And I'm not against the police department. It's good officers out there. But the good ones are overshadowed by the actions of the bad.
Mm-hmm. Nowhere in the history, people. But let me just say this. If the family would have said we didn't want no political figures there, I would have understood. I wouldn't have even questioned it twice. Mm-hmm. But you use the very thing you didn't want a political, but you use a political person to tell a mayor not to attend, that you didn't want them to attend. And we all, those of us that seen the funeral, that saw the funeral,
and why?
It was political people there.
And why? Well, here's the question, why?
Because he's black. He's black.
Is it because I'm black?
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And this is the year of exposure. Yeah, Phil Johnson is because I'm black. And I'm glad she did it because this is the year of exposure. It won't be nothing that you folks going to get away with. It's all going to come out. And I'm glad she did it. I'm grateful. Be glad when somebody shows you who they are. In their darkest hour or their brightest day, be grateful. That's all I'm saying. Be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she lost
Be
her
grateful.
son.
Lord have mercy.
You said you glad she did it.
Just be
You know,
grateful.
that's not nice. That's not nice at all.
Well, I'm glad she did. Yes,
That's
no, but
not
see,
nice.
we talk about what the word of nice means in the Latin term. What nice means? Nice means ignorant and dumb. That's the real terminology for nice.
Not necessary.
If you look it up, that's what
Not
it means
necessary.
to be
Not
ignorant
necessary.
and dumb. No, when you look it up, the original word necente means dumb. Look it up.
We said nice. I
Yes,
didn't
it
say
does.
necessity. I said nice.
Yeah, but
keep
that's,
in mind.
nice is a
let's just keep
derivative
it-
of
hold
Latin.
on, baby girl. Hold on, baby girl. Hold on. She's not from the United States. We got to keep that
I
in mind
don't care
too.
where she's from. She's not black, and she didn't want a black
I
person
get it.
there.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, young lady. I know that's why.
She didn't want.
I
And that's
get that.
fine.
I know
That's
that's
all
why.
I'm trying to get people to see.
I get
Yes, Dr. Davis, she's not black, and she didn't want a black person there. That's all I see. I don't care where she's from.
And her
but
sister,
anything,
her daughter,
all I know,
did not want a black person there either.
and that's fine, and they're entitled to that. Just be grateful. Be grateful that people are strong enough to show you who they are. Because there's a lot of people who feel the same way, and they won't show you.
So if the
They'll
black
act out
community
and
show
make
them who we are and not support, if black people got on there and said, well, that was a Hispanic cop, his life don't matter, they would be highly upset because some
Amen,
black people
Mark.
feel that way.
Come on, Mark.
Some black people feel
Yeah,
that
they
way.
do.
Mhm.
Listen
They
to
do.
me.
A lot of black
Any of
people
these
feel
young
that.
black kids out here, do they care about a cop being killed? And they will proudly celebrate the death of that cop being killed. I'm keeping it real with you.
I believe that. I know it's
Amen. Come on, Marcus.
The police department would be angry, saying that that's an insult to the family. Well, what that family did to us today was an insult to the black community. I don't care how nobody.
I'm grateful that they
Yeah. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Lan Miller, how you doing? Listen, we know in the history of Chicago, I've been here 55 years. I've never known a governor to come to a funeral of a police officer, a city police officer. So we know that was the overlay for the underplay. We know that. That was the overlay for the underplay. We know. I see right through all that. We see right through that. Period.
On the family behalf.
Yeah.
The whole point is who they think they are. Who they think they are. You think you
They
better
don't
than
want
us?
black people there.
Oh.
And that's fine.
Mm.
See, I'm going to sleep good tonight.
No, it's not
Because
fine.
I know
It's not fine.
I'm good. If she don't want his black self there, fine. I'm sure he's been
Sylvia,
much joyful.
Sylvia Stone, you're not welcome on this page. So I'm blocking you. I'm letting you know. I'm blocking you.
Oh,
I'm blocking you. I'm telling you, I'm blocking her.
So sorry.
I don't want her on here.
So sorry.
She better get a fake page.
Bye, Sylvia.
Bye.
She must have said something.
Oh yeah, she said some going around sending people inboxes talking about got my rap sheet or something. I don't know, man. And it was a white man. Yeah, that's sick. I'm not playing with these people. You ain't gonna just do me any kind of way. Think you can come smell?
Martin Johnson.
Yeah.
You're not the,
No,
the only
listen.
person named Martin Johnson.
Right.
So
Yeah.
she's doing the most. She's doing the most.
Now
People
listen.
hate it when
I have
you
my
have
lawyer.
a platform that's telling the truth. And you know you're a threat to the people who are no good.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, people.
But going back to this funeral, you know, I don't know what else. God bless her. I'm sorry she lost her son. You know, but she can't blame us. She cannot blame the mayor. The mayor did not pull a trigger. He did not do that. You know, they haven't even caught the person yet. You know, so it's like, catch the person and leave us alone. Don't do us like that. Baby girl, if you feel some kind of way, go back to your country and leave us the fuck alone. And I said that, and I'm saying it out loud. Leave us alone. We didn't do that. We try to look. Well, you all don't even know I sent her flowers.
Well, you ain't had
Can
that
I
many.
say something, Dr. Davis?
Go ahead.
See, this is the thing with black people versus non-black people. When non-black people commit crimes and do things, they get to be tagged as lone wolf. Okay, the Lone Ranger, he did it on
You
himself.
breaking up.
Black people don't get to do that. We're look.
You breaking up.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Hold on. Okay, what about now?
Perfect.
What about now?
You good. Good.
Okay, I was saying, black people versus non-black. Non-black person does something, they get to be tagged as, in the media as a lone wolf. They were on their own. Black people, we don't get that. We're all grouped together. So I understand that. And that's why I'm not bothered, because that's how it's set up. Non-black person does something, oh, he was a lone ranger, a lone wolf, he did it all on his own. But when we do something, when a black person does something, we're all put in the same pot. And I understand that. And that's why I'm saying that's fine if she don't want Brandon Johnson there because he's black, and that's fine. I'm glad that she showed how she really feels.
But what if
And that's
Brandon?
okay. She
But what
can
if?
feel how she wants
Yeah,
to
but
feel.
what if Brandon Johnson say,
You know
"Hey,
what? I
we're not
don't
gonna give him
agree
full"?
with
I
that.
don't agree
Fuck
with it.
that.
I don't agree with
agree
it.
with
I don't
that.
agree with it.
I don't agree with that either. Because let me tell you something, baby girl.
I don't
I
agree with
sent
it.
this woman 3 pallets of flowers today. And I sent 300
You ain't get,
pieces of chicken bake. And I'm talking now.
but
And
you
I
don't-
sent
but you
a
don't have
whole
to-
pan of salad.
It's okay. Whatever you did, you did that from the
And
heart.
I'm black. I'm a black. I did it from my heart. I did. So I'm wrong too, baby girl. I'm wrong. And it's like, and you don't want my
No, you're not
mayor?
wrong.
And I did that from my heart. And it's like, okay, so what are you doing? And she said, no. She called me up. I joke with her. I'm ignorant, you all. I mean, I have book sense, common sense, and street sense. I'm going to tell this joke, and I'm going to be done. I said, you know what? I'm going to need for you to be, I'm a Baptist. I know you Catholic, and I'm going to need for you to have me as Catholic. She slid down in the chair. I talked to his mother today. I said, listen, I need my funeral to be an hour, not 5 hours, because you know the Baptists do 5 hours. She went to laugh. She laughed so hard. Said, Dr. Z, I needed that laugh. And then she didn't say nothing about Brandon Johnson, nothing about Prescott, nobody. You know, it's like she wasn't prejudiced at all. She was not. She was not prejudiced. She just felt some kind of way about Brandon. And I don't know what's going on with that, but she did feel some. I don't feel like she's prejudiced after talking to her today. I did send a lot. That's what I would do, people. I will send stuff to people, and I don't tell you all. I don't tell nobody. That's none of my business. You know, I don't tell people nothing. Even Martin. Martin will tell you. He's not going to tell you what I do for him. I'm not going to do that. That's none of my business. It's none of y'all business. I would never do that. And I did that from the kindness of my heart, and I didn't feel no prejudice from her. So I'm stuck between a hard rock, a hard plate with her. But I don't think it's the mother. I think it's his daughter. I mean, I'm sorry, her daughter, because she's not from here. She lives in California. She feels some kind of way about Chicago. She was begging her brother to go and live in California. I said, well, when it's this time to go, it's this time to go. And I did what I did, and we laughed, and she cried, and I cried with her, and that's how we did. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know, I don't try to judge people. I understand. I get it. I understand. I lost my mother, my grandmother, my uncles. You know, my family is very small, so I get it. I really do. And I sympathize and I sympathize with people. Because, man, you could be here today, you could be gone today. And I'm back. I've been gone last week. I'm back, y'all. I'm done. I'm done, Mr. Martin. I'm done.
You know how many minutes ago you said that? You said you. Yeah.
Hello, Mark. Leave me alone, Mark.
Yeah. But listen, people. To me, I see racism. That's what I see. That's what I see. Or prejudice. Let me say that prejudice. That's what I see. That's all. That's exactly what I see. I ain't gonna say racist. I'm gonna say prejudice. That's what I see. That's exactly what I see. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Marcus. Well, I don't care. I ain't gonna call on. I don't know who. We don't care who it is. You know, we don't care who it is. That's what I see. You know.
I think that it was an insult to this man that's in office, and I don't think if we had another colored mayor in there, that mayor would have been at that funeral. Again, I've covered several police officer funerals, and I know for a fact a couple of them didn't like Rahm Emanuel, but they was glad that he showed up at the it would have made the mayor look bad if he hadn't said something of the matter. The police department would have been talking about him. You know, we got to realize that, and I'm not a racist. I don't hate white people or none of that, but I am prejudiced toward those that are prejudiced toward me, because the same God that made them made me. And if we was put race aside, we could be a stronger country. This country gonna fall on its own ignorance, and one of it is racism. Its own stupidity, should I say, not ignorance, but stupidity. It's gonna fall on its own stupidity. And to me, that was an insult to this black mayor, an insult to the black community, because I'm quite sure a lot of other black people showed their concerns, even on Facebook. I was one of them who showed my concern. I could have said, oh, that's a Hispanic cop. It don't matter to me, like some other black people would have said. Mm-hmm. But all lives matter to me, because I see good and bad in all people. And I showed my condolences, maybe not sending a bouquet of flowers, but at least posting his image on my Facebook page saying my condolences to the family and to the family of the CPD. I think the mayor made the right move. He did make a statement to the family regardless of that. He didn't have to make a statement behind it. He didn't have to say nothing. They didn't want me at the funeral. Why I'm gonna say anything? That's the way he could have looked at it. But he did it, and he did it to make himself look good. I'm not a diehard fan of Brandon Johnson, but I'm looking at this in a deeper way. This city has always been racially divided. It still is. And it's going to take God himself to desegregate Chicago, because Chicago ain't got the memo yet.
Amen.
Well, I'll say this, people. It's been an interesting discussion. It's been we all didn't agree, and I understand. I'm not mad. I'll tell you one thing, to be real honest with you, I see both sides of the coin, but what I see a little deeper is it goes a little deeper than both sides. It's racism, it's prejudice. That's what it is. We have to listen, people. We have to respect authority, positions of power. When an officer give us a lawful order, they want us to obey it. They want us to do that. Regardless if the officer is wrong or not, they want us to obey that officer and live another day to fight it in court. That's what they want us to do.
Yep.
So this real, people, no disrespect to nobody's opinion, because all our opinions, we think different. We think different. So I appreciate you guys coming on here. And how long we been on here? Almost, an hour and 38 minutes. This is cool. This was a great discussion. When y'all guys agree, it was a great discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a great discussion.
Attitude, Mark.
No, I don't have no attitude. I don't have no attitude. I could people disagree with me all the time. I mean, hey, I know, hey. Yeah. But I tell you what, I don't believe that was a family idea. I believe that, like somebody just wrote in, the Fraternal Order Police President told him to say that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. You never know. You never know.
And they play
Yeah.
on their greed.
Yeah. And somebody said, look, they said, all due respect to the family. However, it's disrespectful to the office of the mayor and out of protocol. The mayor is the chief of police boss. They only mention Governor Pritzker's name, try to make it neutral. He's usually not present at CPD funerals. This is true. He has a responsibility as a mayor to fulfill the insults and the power that they are trying to take effect. All black officials, the more they get away with it, the more they take. People, that's good. That's good. I posted it. I'm finna post it now so you guys can see.
Think about it, Martin.
I thought you was done, Doc. There you go again.
So think about it.
Go ahead.
No, think about it. No, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go
think
ahead.
About it. All CPD, Chicago mayors have been at all these officers' funerals. No government official, Pastor Ryan, my favorite, the one that went to jail by Gorbis. None of them have ever been to a police officer. None of them. Never been to their funeral. Every police officer, even that crazy ass our favorite friend, Ryan, what's his name? Our favorite, the little short man. He been to every police officer, even Lori Lightfoot. Now come on now, even Mayor Dearby, even his father. And I'm talking about I'm going back to 70s. You know, like come on now. Make that make sense. I know, right? Come on. So, something ain't right with this picture. Something went wrong. Okay, Martin, I'm shut up.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, people, we in a war, people. It's them versus us. And I'm saying it publicly. They don't like us, which we don't care no way. But they in competition with us low key. Telling you, people. All right, I'm out of here. I did my job.
Know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black.
I love being black. Tell the truth. And shame.
I love being. All right, people. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank all my panel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the discussion. We had some disagreements, but that's okay. We still gonna love on each other. Period. Peace out.